Welcome to Mr. Podcast with Claude.
And Justin.
We're back talking about the I Land episode 3. Unfortunately,
That's what it's called.
we're clearly masochists. And if you're listening to this, we're also sadists.
Yep.
And
Yep.
we're going to talk about this one. For some reason, we've convinced ourselves.
I'm not really sure why. I regret it.
Yeah, it's like I pre-regret it. Like
This
the
is
future
like
me is upset at the past me.
I guess like maybe people do this, but yeah, I feel like this is one of our first real forays into hate podcasting.
Yeah, I didn't really think it was a thing until we were doing this, and I'm like, oh, we're hate casting. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Because, like with the first one, the first episode and like stuff we done in the past, like maybe we didn't like it, but we didn't go in like already hating it.
Correct.
But at this point, like after 2 episodes of fucking
hated
bullshit,
it.
It's like hated it. Yeah, it's terrible. And I don't expect it to get better. If anything, worse. Yep. I hate the title of this episode. The description makes it sound boring. And like I don't even care about the mysteries that they set up with like Brody and like anything about Brody really.
Yeah.
To whatever extent but then like waking up in the room, ooh, she woke up in her room, ooh, what is it? Like,
well, it means that sexual assault is all in the mind of the victim. That's what that means.
Of course it was.
It goes from what were you wearing to what were you thinking.
Sorry, this is your fault.
This is your fault. Yeah.
This is because of what you thought.
So literally the only thing I'm interested is what is the actual context of the premise, right? Like what is the technological thing that's happening here? She wakes up in a place, in some lab or something. So that's really the only thing I'm interested to find out is like what is the overall context in which this drama in quotes, I'm air quoting so hard right now, my fingers this drama, if you will, which is an insult to the term, but what is it, how is it taking, like what is it doing, what is it taking place in? And that's the only thing I want to know. Right. This episode is 39 minutes long, which tells me that there is no structure, there's no plan, there's no overall idea for the whole series. There's no like, okay, we need to say this in this episode and this in that episode. It's just like they, maybe I guess they cut out like 5 minutes of people sitting to get this. Maybe they
on logs.
On logs. Well, there's no logs in the lab, so
Good point. Good point.
So there was no place to sit.
That was the problem.
So Neil was like, "We got to cut this episode down, guys. There's nothing to sit on." So this is weird. I hope like all of our morbid fascination and curiosity is satisfied. I don't want to watch any more of this. I want to be done with it.
Will this be the last one, you think?
I hope so. I hope there's nothing like nano scale interesting that they might throw in here at the end.
Okay.
To make me
try to hook us into the next one. All right. Yeah. So we're hoping this will be the last one. And if it's not, then they will have surprised us, and we apologize. Yeah.
I would also say neither of us has seen this episode, so
correct.
We're going in blind.
Yeah. So I did watch the last one before we did the podcast, but not this one. And I haven't read anything else about the show to the extent that, like, other than the overall premise, I've forgotten almost everything that I read about the show. So I kind of know what the premise is, but I don't know how they're going to reveal it or what they're going to do in this episode. So it'll be news to me. It does feel like they were just like, here's some shit. Like, how long was it? 39 minutes? Okay, fuck it. Like, who cares?
He doesn't know how long TV is supposed
to
be.
Put it online. Yeah, exactly.
Clearly.
It's like, I thought they had a plan, but 39 minutes is like not a plan. That means like you just fucking cut a scene for no reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Although, isn't 39 the steps?
oh
Is that the plan?
my god.
It's 1 minute per step.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a coincidence. There's no way.
Oh
that
my
was thought
god, you
out.
just found the genius.
Now it's genius.
You
Give
found the
this
secret
man
genius.
all the Emmys.
How many
How about
Emmys
this?
can you give to one man?
39. How about this? If the concept of the 39 steps, as they talked about, you know, the distance between all of them when they woke up, and the reference to the movie, if they can convey to us that actually has something to do with the running time of this episode, I will take back every negative thing I said about this show.
Oh
That's how convinced I am.
They won't do that.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah. There's
Yeah,
no way.
I feel like, I could even see like, well, we cut it and it's only 39 minutes. That's kind of short for a normal
Mhm.
one. Oh, well, 39, it's like the steps. Just
It's like the
fucking
steps. Everyone will get that.
turn it in. It's fine.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, are you ready to start this? You want to dive in?
Let me put my headies on and get going.
Gonna use your
here.
headphones.
Yeah, I gotta hear that audio.
The audio.
Okay, yeah, we'll go here, and I guess we'll try to sync up somehow. But
Get your shit ready. We'll announce when the Netflix logo comes on.
Yep.
And you can sync up with us if you have a Netflix subscription or you want to watch this for some reason, or both. Either way. Okay. So
here we go.
Let's do it.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, pressing play. Nothing happened. Okay, here we go. Netflix.
Netflix. Here we go.
Right. Netflix original series. Unfortunately.
I'm disappointed already.
Oh, Chase.
It's going to be.
Oh boy.
I gotta turn my captions on.
Yeah, turn them on.
Yes, you can. You're just.
I might pause it.
Move my neck down. That's just. I'm paralyzed. No, you're not. I promise you're not.
Yeah, I paused it.
Do you want to start again?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Hello.
You're not even looking at me.
I'm telling you, there's nothing at all wrong with you. See?
Ugh. Got tattoos on her arm.
See?
If you're paralyzed.
See that pain? Nothing wrong with that
This
pain.
is how you know
That was
there's
a
nothing
big
wrong.
needle.
Well, what is that?
That's not how paralyzation works.
Feels like ice, my veins. It tastes like metal. Just some antibiotics.
We call it poison.
Oh boy.
I was on an island.
I hate this lady so much.
Yeah, this is bad.
Yeah. If she wakes up on the island again, I'm stopping this episode.
Please tell me it's not gonna happen. It feels like it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna happen. No!
Mm.
Please no!
Please don't, guys.
Please don't do it. I
Don't
heard
make
water.
it that easy.
I heard
hear
water.
sounds of
I heard
lapping.
waves. No! But it's not the island.
Please let it be something else. Oh god, a horrible flashback.
Oh, a horrible flashback. We have to find out what happened in the horrible flashback. Don't you want to
She
stay
killed
tuned
her
for
mom
that?
somehow.
Shh. Shh. God, you're spoiling it.
Until now.
Jesus.
Better, I hope. All your vitals say that you're doing well.
Okay, so at least you didn't wake up on the island.
Yeah.
I'm watching over you while you're here.
Where is here?
I'm sure you have lots of things you want to know about.
Yeah.
Questions.
There is no here.
Someone will be speaking with you about that very shortly, I promise. Now, someone else told me that you were screaming
Yeah,
about
right.
being paralyzed
Oh,
or
boy.
something like that.
Yes. I can't move. From the neck down, I can't even move my fingers.
God, this just got worse.
What did you just do? How did you do it?
Sorry, the nurse should have explained it to you. It's a force field of sorts, which sounds very sci-fi, but it's really just magnetics. That's all. A magnetic force field to keep you in place. It's for your own safety, really, and
And what?
also required for anyone in the prison population.
No, wait. I'm sorry. The prison?
People will see you very
Prison?
What?
Oh, so this connects to the flashback.
No one ever said that.
Let me out of here. Open the door. Come on, I just want to.
That's how you should have kept her paralyzed.
Yep.
Hello?
See, the
boy.
problem is, like, oh, great, the prison, who gives a shit? The problem is, like, Voyager did this a million years ago. Like, before that, it was in a sci-fi book. Like, you know, virtual prisons, yada, yada, yada. But the problem is, like, it doesn't explain why the island is so dumb.
Right.
Jesus, it was only a question.
Nice and slow.
Relax. I was just standing up.
Everything the characters say is, like, so, like, on the nose and direct, and like half the conversation is them just describing what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like a Tony Award winning playwright wrote it. Oh boy.
Already hate him.
Yep. This is a bad
If
character.
he says I'm the new sheriff in town, I guess he's the warden or something.
He's the Walden. I'm the Walden.
I like his furniture though.
Yeah. It's like Matro.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking hat.
Hard to believe.
But, like,
you could cause so much
If
damage.
she's so dangerous, why isn't she in cuffs? She didn't.
Small, but I'm mighty.
If this is Brody's dad, I'm out of here.
Small but mighty.
Oh no.
My mother did it. Actually, I think she did. It just popped into my head.
Oh, now you remember stuff?
I don't
Uh-oh.
know if it was my mother or another woman who told me that when I was a kid.
Well, I like it. It suits you. Small but mighty. Of course, I think all that military training you've got probably has something.
He's
to do
got
with
his
it,
sheriff's
too.
badge on.
Anywho.
Anywho, let's not dwell on that plot point.
I'm not gonna be talking about that none.
Okay, what they're saying. But I wanted to see and ask you for myself because this has never happened before. In all our testing, somebody like you waking up like
They're in
this. Of
Texas?
course, the whole damn thing is brand new, anyways.
Seriously?
So, how are you?
Doing just fine, sir.
Oh, please don't do that. Don't call me sir. Warden is fine, or Warden Wells.
Doing fine, Warden. I mean, other than the fact that I have no idea what the fuck's going
God, either one.
on. I'm doing just fine.
Terse but honest, huh? Is that it? I like that. I like that a lot. You want a drink? I need one. Oh, but you're probably not supposed to have any, are you? So I'll just drink alone. Not a problem at all.
The warden would know that.
Yeah, why don't you know?
Yeah, this is Desmond and Widmore.
It really
We've seen
is.
this scene before.
Yep.
Neil LaBute watched Lost, and he like remembered some scenes, and then he wrote this show.
Yep.
If he talks about how expensive the whiskey is, I'm out of here.
On the rocks? I love that. So, young lady, you might want to turn your chair around so we can talk proper. Can you do that?
Because I'm sitting over here now for no reason.
I could sit in my desk.
See how like so much of the dialogue is about their physical actions?
Yeah,
It's so weird.
That's perfect.
it is weird.
Like, don't sit
Why
on
not?
the sofa next to him.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
Perfect.
isn't that? I don't understand. They're like awkwardly far away.
Anything.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. This is the time.
Now it's
Oh
the
boy,
Matrix.
this is like a fucking AMA.
Yeah. Now he's the architect of the Matrix.
I hate this. This is
Yeah.
terrible.
That's the big one for you.
'Cause you done did something.
You done. That's what
We
you
could
done
probably spend a whole
did.
day on that one. But that's for
Yeah,
other people.
that's a big one for humanity.
You'll spend time with tomorrow. But right now,
Oh
between you and
boy.
me, aren't you really more interested in that island? Hmm? What all that shit was about?
No.
First
No,
thing,
that's not what I
wanna be-
fucking asked.
Must have been a real mindfuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's talking to the audience.
It was supposed to be.
Yep.
Disorienting, off-putting. It was designed to be that way.
What is that supposed to mean?
You don't get it, do you? Even now.
No. I guess not. I don't.
You weren't.
You haven't explained anything.
It was a simulation.
It was like, ask me anything, and then it's like, why don't you know already?
Wait.
Here we go.
All that
Finally.
weird shit. The find
Okay.
your way back sign, bunch of crap buried in the sand. Did that seem normal?
All
was
that
the
weird
only weird
shit.
thing. There was like 2 weird things.
All that weird shit.
You were there.
This is the, oh boy.
In your mind. You and 9 other people, all prisoners here at this facility, all given a chance to go to that
In your
island
mind's
to see how they would
island.
fare if they had a second chance.
In your mind's eye dash land.
I know it sounds fucking crazy, but it's
What?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
boy.
It's not a do-over when they're.
No, I'm not. I know I was on an island. It
Fake
was me.
do-over.
I was there.
Anywho, I get it. I understand.
Anywho.
Anywho.
It's the second anywho this scene.
Yeah, I mean,
See if we get the third one.
Sounds like the goddamn Twilight Zone.
No, this is a fucking shit show.
Yeah, literally a shit show.
Absolute, complete goddamn
Why do they keep?
Oh God!
Why do they keep doing that?
It felt
This is like the Twilight Zone. Oh boy.
Couldn't feel pain.
Okay, shit. This is like this artificial conflict. Like,
This is so bad.
All in your head, okay? Do you comprende?
Okay, so it's like
So Brody's
Nightmare on Elm
alive.
Street.
oh, now he's a racist too.
Yeah, I know. Great. Yeah, I think I get, but understand it isn't
That
English.
means
Yeah.
physically, psychologically, all that shit. They're hoping to send you back inside. So get
You're
ready.
going back. Why though? So they can sit on logs and talk?
Get ready. What do you want me to do?
That's the problem. The like, oh great facility. That's the
Yeah.
problem of like the whole
What
plan.
is this
he talked
Picard?
about.
Like this looks horrible.
Yeah,
I hate these sets.
yeah,
I hope that's not
Time
I
for
swear
bed.
this looks like the Picard set.
For what?
yeah.
Please don't raise your voice with me.
I'm not raising my voice.
You're
That's a
becoming
big
God,
ass
this
needle.
one.
asking you a question. It's a sleeping aid. That's all.
I don't want it.
Guards,
You don't need to call them. I'm
put your hands down.
My hands are down, okay? I'm just.
No, they're not. You're becoming aggressive.
I'm not becoming aggressive.
Guards, please.
Don't.
See this whole thing right here.
Yep.
Stop.
It's that thing you talked
It's
about.
that thing.
Yep.
Turn on the magnet thing and get it over with.
Yep. How did you know? Oh, she magnetized the one in the chair?
How?
That's weird.
It magnetizes whoever you pointed at.
I guess. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Nope.
The problem with this is like it's doomed to fail. Like there's no way
Yeah.
she's about to escape right now.
Of course
I
not.
just don't
There's no
believe
show.
Like it's gonna be business,
Yeah,
action,
she's gonna
wow,
run in-
and
yeah, I was
then
gonna say she's gonna find like.
yeah, she's
gonna
gonna
run
find a
into a
thing, but she's
room
gonna
and
be
it's gonna-
caught in the end.
Yeah. Why isn't this just virtual reality?
I know, right? It could be. Yeah, you're just not gonna escape. Like,
Wow.
why?
After all
Why
that.
bother? What a fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
Ugh. Like they could have cut out an extra.
Why are we
about
in
5
lockdown when we
minutes.
already caught the prisoner?
Stand in the square. You stand in the square.
The square is art. And they didn't explain why her waking up meant anything, and
No.
and why doesn't she understand all this high tech stuff now that she's awake? Like
I know.
she doesn't know the time period she's in.
It seems like her memory is still like erased.
This is just an excuse to like show bad sci-fi.
Some bullshit, yeah. Oh no, it's that fucking whirly thing at the fair.
Oh no, this is terrifying and fun.
Like, it's not that bad. It's got pads on the wall.
Yeah, it looks pretty comfy. And why was there a square on the ground when it had nothing to do with
what's happening in the room? Yeah, I don't know. Can you just fucking
if they
get
flash
the flashback
back to this
over
woman
with?
one more time?
I've had enough of this.
Yeah, she killed her mother. We get it.
I
Like,
don't.
errors.
Yeah, like, can you just show? Can you just like move on now?
Yeah,
Don't kill me, honey.
but you already have.
Why did I do it? Oh god, this is horrible.
This is so bad.
Okay, come on. Hashtag something interesting happened, please.
I hate him.
Boy. Okay.
Here's the sexual assault scene.
I know.
Happened.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, please
Yep.
let it not be that scene.
Yeah.
Like, have we not had enough of that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you killed Brody, so.
He loves to sit. They all love to sit. Just
Yep.
another scene where people can sit down.
Sitting scene.
You can't talk unless you're sitting.
I love the sitting scenes. In the future, we will cut
Please
out the
be seated.
shoulders.
Cut out the what?
The shoulders.
The shoulders.
I'm Dr. Stevenson.
The one on the right.
Original neural architects of this simulation, which simply means that
When you say simulation,
I mean something that is simulated, a synthetic science.
she means that you were both
God.
inside of it
Yeah.
and outside of it.
Why is this show like.
Both
Oh,
yin
man.
and yang.
Jesus Christ. I thought I did a shitty job explaining things.
Please, this is our time.
Terrible. Okay, if you say it,
Wow. They keep breaking the fourth wall. And...
it's totally fine if you say it.
More than that, really.
What is sedation?
It means to sedate. You're both
Something that is
inside and
sedated.
outside.
Outside of the game, but your
This
mind.
is not a game.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Please refrain from referring to it as a game if you would.
Don't lecture me, Professor.
This is actually the torture. Is people explaining things badly to you.
It's just.
This is really bad. Oh my god.
Get over it!
It seems so completely. I can't wrap my head around the idea.
We got it.
I'm a sociologist.
Why?
Dr.
You're on a fucking wall suspended against gravity.
Not important. What is important is this.
What is remember?
You did after
Did what?
And your question.
poor
Did what? Oh my god.
I'm alive. That's good.
For what was the
Poorly?
goal?
I mean, I had no
Yeah.
idea what I was doing. Is there supposed to be
Yeah,
like
what did you
some
want?
finish line, or are we supposed to be looking for something, or just trying to survive until someone comes and gets us? It was never clear.
Exactly. I always felt the same way.
How's that valid, Doctor?
It's valid in so much as she's the first participant we've spoken to, and she agrees with me on that. Therefore, I think it's completely valid. Please.
That's how it's valid, bitch.
I don't get it. Why is it
Valid means agrees with me. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And how do you do good or bad in a thing you don't understand?
That's the big question here.
There we go. It's like life.
Yeah, I know.
Nurture.
Do we understand anything?
Change a person's circumstances, and by doing so, change a person. In hopes of that, your memories have been erased
Yes.
for now, giving you all a chance to begin again.
Yeah, this is Dark City.
She's
Yep.
had valid verbal or physical encounters with at least half of her cohorts thus far. Is that a win as far as we're concerned?
They were trying to rape her.
Not?
Well,
Yeah,
I
were you
disagree.
watching what
I
happened?
disagree.
Then we disagree.
What is
Yes, we
watching?
do. Avidly.
What is
Anyone
disagree?
else?
I have to say that I lean towards not allowing her back into the process.
And
as
why
well.
is that?
Because none of her pre-simulation criteria have been matched yet. She has proven to be reckless, self-serving, and rather bloodthirsty, hoarding weapons and information for herself. So that is what I am basing it on, my assessment of available data.
Okay, who woke me up?
So they do
Literally
know what
no one-
happened?
Happening to me.
That
Yeah,
is
literally
something
no
I'd
one
like to
did
know.
well in that simulation.
You
Yeah.
may have very well done it to yourself, it seems. But that's very strange.
I think it's lunch.
Huh?
So put your
What?
petty little platitudes back in your petty little pockets for a minute and
How
head on off to
great.
an executive cafe. I'll join you there in a little bit.
Why would you schedule this meeting right before lunch?
But first, we need to have a little talk. How's that sound? Sit out in the sun, have a little chat.
No, we already
Let's
did
go.
that.
Let's go sit down. He said it.
No!
Let's go sit and talk.
Please, no.
I had no idea playwrights only knew how to make characters sit and talk. I mean,
Of course you don't have a choice.
mhm.
Oh my god, she's like the viewer.
Sorry about that.
Exactly.
Just have
'Cause
to
we're
sit
sitting
here
and talking.
listen.
Look!
Oh no!
They'll fight over
Why?
the toothbrush if you let them.
So do you.
You got a
Yeah.
conversation to deal with. If they don't come to a consensus when they vote later about
But yeah, there's more.
material or not. That is real lemonade, by the way.
Oh, so it's not just in my mind?
You're a funny little. Anywho, listen. Between you and me.
There's a third one.
Anywho,
what those dipshits
why?
in the chamber got to say, I really don't. They're just here so we can keep getting government funding on this shit. That's the way it goes. I got to sit there and listen to them. That might be true, but I don't got to do everything they say. They make recommendations to me.
You don't gotta?
He don't gotta. Anywho.
Things happen. You understand? I get shit done. And that
No.
is why I'm still here and in charge for no other reason.
I'm not following you.
Look, I don't believe in this shit. I don't
Okay.
design it. I didn't come up with it. And I think it's a big waste of time and money on people who frankly don't deserve it. All this fuss and mess. Not when you got cops out there running around getting shot and killed because they don't have the
And
proper
mess and
in the
fuss.
first place. But I'm the man they put in charge. And I'm the guy who's expected to try and implement this pilot program on a state level. So, I got everybody watching over me like a bunch of fucking hawks. All the way up to the President of the United States herself. Even she's watching over this. But we got a few tricks up our sleeves. The government-
She.
Now I know it's a simulation.
Yeah, now you know it's a sci-fi. Hillary Clinton's
Back in
fault.
there, if they allow you to. Onto that island. And you're gonna just keep doing what you've been doing. Dealing with whatever those little weasels in the control room throw at you. And trust me, Missy, they got a whole bunch of freaky shit coming up. Surprising stuff. All kinds of crap that can kill you.
Okay.
So much.
That makes it like totally arbitrary.
If you
Yep.
die in there,
Like, who cares?
Oh, that's dumb and boring and lame and
Yeah, I think they have to
predictable.
do that. Otherwise, nothing
that
matters.
guy was a
But nothing
basic
matters.
rapist
Wow.
and murderer, and he got right back to it the second he had the chance. He's gone. Out.
Mm.
Dead. See, if you do something wrong,
Well, that's the first good thing I've heard in this entire show.
Somebody, it kills you, cause and effect. It was built to do that.
Does it?
Guess what? It wasn't the game that got to him first. It was one of you. Bet you didn't know that.
No. No, I didn't. But it figures now that I know.
Yeah, well, he died. Medical team says it's the shock of it. Seeing yourself die that does it, but whatever.
Yeah, well, shut up. I'm talking.
Anywho, you've been an odd duck.
He said that so much now I don't believe it.
Anywho, again.
Shit out. Most of your type, of which I mean criminal pieces of shit like yourself, just don't react like you do to this thing. So listen to me and know this. I'm going to be keeping my eye on you from now on. And I will be watching every fucking thing that you do if you go back inside.
boy.
You get that, sweetie?
Yes, sir.
Wasn't that his job to begin with?
Oh, don't worry about
Yeah, I
it. Consider that one a freebie.
thought they were doing that anyway.
What's free?
We'll talk again before you
Saying
go.
sir.
Of course. I love to sit and talk.
That's all I do.
That's all I do over here, anyhow. And he just leaves her for what? Where's she
This
supposed
writing
to go now?
is atrocious. I can't believe the way this is developing.
And here they keep coming back to this shot.
Oh my god, can we fucking move on? Oh my god, why?
It's not even a good shot.
Do you understand what
No,
I
it's
said?
really not.
Can you hear me? Miss. Did you understand
Miss?
what I said?
No, sorry, I think I zoned out there for a second.
I said that we have met privately and conferred, and it would be our preference to have you re-enter the program at this time.
What? No. No. I'm sorry, but no, thank you. I'm not going back there.
I'm sorry, that's not up to you. A decision has been reached.
No.
And we're very
No,
confident.
thank
No,
you.
I'm not going back. Do you not understand that? You want to know what I think about your fucking decision?
Yes.
Fuck your decision, okay? Fuck you and fuck this shit.
The worst thing you do on this show is grab a chair.
I'm gonna grab a chair. Oh my god, that was the plan.
And now we're playing classical music?
Yeah. I just don't. Yeah, this is weird.
What happened to the machine that paralyzes people that was so important?
Shh. I don't know. It stopped working. I don't know what happened.
Not
No!
again! Oh no, it's her!
What? Okay.
Now she's killing herself?
Wait, did her mother kill herself? That makes no sense.
Maybe that older woman is her and from the future.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Reveal. Not again!
We're still out here.
Please! Please stop with
That's
this!
all he can do. Is sit
Oh my
and
god, this is
talk.
the worst episode yet.
It is.
Like, by far. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
What have I done? That place, I've seen it before. The blood. What is that? You just keep fucking with my head like that. And that woman, who is she?
Sorry, little lady. That's for me to know and you to find out.
You don't know.
Well,
God.
got a pretty good little right hook on you there.
That wasn't a hook.
Don't worry about it. Plenty of convicts want to take a poke at me over the years. Boys way bigger than you. Not too many of them did, though. So that puts you in a, shall we say, select group. Yeah, I thought I'd meet you out here in the sun, help get you back in the
I mean, this is worse than actual. This is like dialogue a first time writer writes when they're regurgitating things they've seen before.
I want you to
Yeah.
take a little time and get yourself back in it, because it's all about to get a whole lot more intense now, thanks to you. Just so we're sure we truly understand each other, these folks.
I think it's thanks to you guys.
Who's the boss here?
Yeah.
She's all yours.
Why does she need reminding? Oh no!
Oh, Jesus.
She's like the bride from Kill Bill. Like, it's so fucked up to say we have a machine that'll paralyze you and we'll never use it.
Yeah.
She's doing
Yes.
like karate moves.
And like, this is so, why is this so
And then we just
bad?
cut to like there was no repercussions. Like it doesn't matter that happened.
Nope.
Great, you beat each
Totally
other up. Now
pointless.
what?
Now.
Yeah.
Please leave us. She's dangerous. He beat up 4 men, and now it's leave us alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you know, like, the characters aren't real people.
Is this shoulders?
There was an accident.
I think this shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is the one who's like, she agreed with me. She's
Right.
valid.
So she's valid. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
This is against protocol, and I shouldn't be here. But the warden can be such a fool sometimes. Before we began this, during the testing, do you remember anything before you woke up in the island? Anything at all?
Not really. No.
Well, they told us you wouldn't remember anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
specific.
Don't say
thing.
no. You know you've been remembering shit this whole goddamn time.
Last scene, she remembered.
Understand? So we desperately need you in there. Just know this.
Why?
Sometimes the journey isn't just physical. Yes? You gotta stay alive. Being strong is vitally important, but is not the only thing.
What does that even?
That's all I can say for now. God knows if you'll recall any of this once you're back. But if you do, stay on your path and find your way back. Don't let the warden use you for his purpose. I shouldn't be saying this without any
Back to
proof,
what?
but I believe he's been tampering with the results of the test somehow. That's why when you woke up on your own, I wanted to ask you to be my eyes
Can I
and
help you?
ears. No, thank you. I was just leaving.
You're not supposed to be in here alone with her.
Oh boy.
I have every right to check up on one of my patients, especially one who woke up in the middle of a trial.
She woke up when the other people beat her, right?
Yeah.
Okay, why didn't that kill
Yeah.
her and she's dead?
Take these.
Because they didn't beat her up enough.
No more medicine.
You need it for the next stage of the process.
I said no.
And for them, did she just disappear from the island?
I guess we'll find out when she goes back. I have no idea.
Fine. Pills it is.
No water.
Dry swallow.
Yeah, she didn't really swallow those.
Wait, where? Okay.
That's the thing. I said this before. Like, I just saw the bumper sticker said I-Land, and like, I don't understand why that conch shell had I-Land on it in a virtual world. You don't
Mhm.
brand virtual things. There's no reason to
Right.
brand virtual stuff.
Yeah, it makes no sense. That feels like a, yeah, misleading, like deliberate, like, yeah.
That was actually hilarious. She like made him flinch. She's every other scene. She's just fighting.
Okay, why don't they fucking tie her up? What the hell are they doing? She was just like totally like unrestrained in the back of that truck.
Hey, what were the pills for?
There was one guy there.
But
like,
what were the pills for? Weren't the pills supposed to make her go to sleep?
Did she not eat them? Like, what happened?
Oh man,
This better not be the island. Okay, there's a helicopter. I guess it's not the island. Oh my god, this is such a... They're doing this again. I feel like this is a waste of time again. I mean,
Yeah.
what do we... What...
It's gonna end on something, and it's
She's gonna find some bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be like, oh wow.
That spotlight's gonna line up on the title of that.
Yeah,
There
it's
it
called
is.
Island.
Ugh.
I guess that's like the project name or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Is that a
The
drone?
drone's doing nothing.
Okay. Oh
Gonna
boy.
beat him up.
Time for an X-Files scene.
I assume the rest of the people are gonna be in this building.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming too. And she's gonna walk in. It's gonna be like, oh
And
my
you know-
god.
You know Brody's still alive.
You think Brody's still
I
alive?
think he's still alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I assume like they would have the stakes be real, like, but I guess they could still do that and say Freddy's still alive.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it, you know,
It was just him virtual dead.
this is like seriously like really bad
Yeah.
security wise.
I
Like
was just gonna put on a security jacket.
unless this is part of the plan, like
Yeah.
they're doing a really bad job.
Yeah.
What are these like barrels of shit? Like what the fuck is going on? Why do they just have like it looks like they're running a distillery. Like what
Island
is all
beer. Those are the hops and barley. Everyone has masks on but her.
This is so oh my god.
Like, she should put a mask on. It'd be better for your disguise.
Yeah, seriously.
She doesn't even know where she's going.
I know, she's just like walking. They just have like a never-ending supply of barrels of things. Here it is. Here we
They're
go.
the people, yeah.
What? Who saw that coming?
Yeah, I know.
Are we supposed to be shocked? They fucking told you that's what it
Yeah.
was.
Well, the
Why
weird
are
thing
you
is,
surprised?
the weird thing is, this isn't where they were taking her.
Right.
She jumped out of the fucking truck to come here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So where were they taking her?
Like, shouldn't I mean? Did she
I don't
just
know why
go
she's
where they were taking
surprised.
her? Like, it makes no sense to me.
Why is she surprised?
She should not be surprised.
Look,
oh no,
this bitch.
honey, we need to sit down.
What is this place?
You know what it is.
No, I don't.
Sure. you
This
do.
set is terrible.
Mm-hmm. Think back to when I told you it was virtual.
Seriously. Where am I?
It's home.
No. No, I've never been here before.
Okay. Whatever you say, Chase. Just hold on to her, boys. Help's coming.
They're not gonna shoot her. They need her for the fucking thing, so the
Obviously.
the gun doesn't help.
Oh God,
Yeah, but
Nurse
what are
Ratchet
the
over
pills
here.
for? And so it was interesting. You called this whole idea of, okay, this is a bad plan unless they're expecting it. Okay, they expected it, but they got nothing out of it.
Yeah. Yes, it seemed like a waste of time.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the island now.
I assume that's the end of the episode. Is that her? Okay.
Yeah, I find it a little hard to tell with all that
Mhm.
weird
I know.
shit happening.
They're
But
doing these
yeah.
profile shots, so it's hard to.
You think
Yeah.
there's a chance in there?
But I think
I got
that's
anything to say about it.
who that is.
Go ahead. Light her up.
What does that mean?
Oh boy, here we
Back to
go.
the island with you.
Yay! Oh!
Wow. Wow.
Bleh. Can I vomit now?
Wow.
That was horrible.
Wow.
Horrible. Why?
Wow.
Why? Why?
Wow.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
Oh man. Oh guys.
What
Guys.
the fuck?
Guys.
What the fuck? Come on, guys.
That was the worst.
That was
I
so
mean, like,
bad.
Like
What a never-ending like scene after scene of repetitive.
they kept doing the same scene. They had 4 of the
boring.
same scene.
Every
throughout the same
fucking
portion.
time it was the same goddamn
Yeah.
scene. Holy
It's this
shit.
weird thing where the warden's like, hey, I don't care what happens here. I just need the funding for the government. I'm just the warden. Yet he's got some plan
Mm-hmm.
and he's meddling with things and not if I can help it.
Well, I'm gonna
Like,
gonna do something about that.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand. Like, what's your goal then? Like, what's the whole? And then you got these scientist people who are trying to ask like existential questions about humanity, and it's like, why are you using prisoners? And everybody's horrible.
Yeah.
Like I just don't get it, and like nothing happens, and she just fights every other scene. Scenes where she's not sitting, she fights, and then
Yep.
scene where she starts out sitting, she ends up fighting.
Right.
And
Yep.
I feel like that's his substitute for the action parts of Lost.
Yeah.
Is just like hand to hand combat. Is like that's his
Pointless
action.
fighting. Yeah.
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 And it's dumb. It's dumb, and they keep like making these meta comments. You know,
Yeah.
you're worse than explaining things that I am. Well, why do you think you're bad at explaining things? What in that scene made you think you were bad? You're only saying that because you're not a real person.
Right.
You know, God, man, like it's so offensive. Like I've seen a lot of bad TV, and nothing is bad the way this is bad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's bad in a really specific way.
Yeah.
Nothing like they explained it like in a few sentences. We got the idea.
Yep.
And then there was like 38 minutes of fighting and sitting.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, did the 39 minutes mean anything?
Hell no, it didn't.
Oh no, I don't get to take back every bad thing I said about the show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No,
And they basically said that everything on the island is just contrived bullshit to fuck with them, so it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything to man. And then they said like, oh, if you do something bad, then the island will like automatically come at you, but unless the other people come at you first,
Yeah,
which would happen with her or with Brody or whatever. Yeah, it's bad to say that it's just arbitrary. This is a little bit like source code.
Yes.
Where they want to like have the simulation be responsive and predictive.
Yep.
Also they control it and they program it, and like the warden of all people is meddling with it somehow.
Right.
Yeah, it's like all bad. Neil Butte does not know how to like have characters interact if they're not sitting down talking.
Why doesn't he know that? I know that like
understand.
I know that in plays like people sit down a lot, but I almost want to do like a little like a mini rewatch and see like does he just always have characters sitting down and talking?
Well,
like,
in normal things in a play, you know, it's called business, right? They have actions that they're doing. You know, I'll talk, but I'm washing dishes, or I'll talk, but I'm whatever.
Yeah.
But like, it's like he's like, I don't have anything for them to do while they're talking, so they'll do nothing.
Right.
You know, Aaron Sorkin did the walk and talk. I mean, he reinvigorated the whole concept.
Yeah,
He's like, hey, let's get the walking.
Right.
You know, so the warden and Chase could have had a walk and talk scene where he shows her around the prison or something.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a little thing that could have happened.
Yeah,
you know? And that's the thing, right? He could have walked and talked around the prison, and then she sees the building she goes to, you know, later, right? She sees it in the distance, and it sparks her curiosity. And so when she jumps off the truck, the reason she goes to that place is because she saw it earlier, and she saw it was separate from the main, you know, whatever, like, you know, set up and payoff, that concept.
Right.
That Neil has never
what?
heard.
I don't do that. That's dumb. Yeah, you know, I feel like a good comparison that comes to mind, and I do have like minor issues with this scene and this like movie in general, but I think when you put it up next to this, it's just like, so The Matrix, right? The Matrix has a big scene where Morpheus explains to Neo what the Matrix is, right? Which is very similar to what they're doing in this episode. You know, it's like they have to explain to this person, like, it's this artificial world. Here's why you're there, blah, 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 right? Like, but if you compare the way those scenes are written, it's like totally different.
Yeah.
so much more engaging. Holy shit. Holy shit. Or it makes me think about like Inception, you know?
Yep.
Which like I also am not in love with that movie, but and the exposition is way too heavy, but goddamn, it's way better than this.
Yeah.
Like there's like visualizations. They're walking around. It's not just like let's sit in a room and then let's sit in another room and then let's sit outside and then let's sit outside again. Like it's like what the fuck?
Sit outside again but in a different place.
It's bad. Like what the hell? I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. And then it's like, oh no, is she
Yeah.
gonna escape? Like,
Yeah.
do they actually expect us to care, take that seriously? Like,
Yeah.
you can do that once,
Yep.
but like they did it way too many times. What a fucking waste of time.
And even in the Matrix, the architect scene, which is, you know, gets a lot of flack, but and similar to the Morpheus scene, but the thing is, like, it actually answers the question the characters have and the audience have, and anything that they can't answer is put off and written in a way where, because Morpheus starts with, no one can tell you what the Matrix is. Oh, by the way, let me tell you what the Matrix is.
Right.
But he actually does go and show him eventually, right?
Yeah.
Like literally shows him.
Yeah.
But the thing is answering the specific questions that the audience and the characters have at the moment. Not every single question.
Right.
But step-by-step questions.
The pressing
you know?
ones. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like you
And-
come away from that scene like understanding what the Matrix is and knowing like what's at stake moving forward, and like you can still learn new things about the Matrix, but like you don't feel like they're like deliberately holding things back just to like create a fake mystery for later.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it felt like to me here. Like, oh no, like this one doctor is like up to something. Like she's gonna.
I love when she's like, I don't even know if you'll remember this. It's like, bitch, why are you talking then? You know, it's just like, then you're just talking. Imagine if Morpheus told Neo, I could tell you, I'm going to tell you what the Matrix is, but I don't even know if you'll remember it.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
That would be bad.
Or the
That'd
architect.
Be, like, really bad.
Here's everything you need to know, Neo, about the Matrix. But I don't know if you'll remember this after you leave the room. Like,
Yeah, and you know, the architect stuff is like at least interesting on a plot level, you know. But this is really just like confirming stuff that we already talked about as a possibility. And we talked about it, you know, before I read anything about the show. We talked about the idea that they're prisoners and it's a simulation. So it's like not even a little bit surprising.
It's the big why. You know, every time they answered a question, the question I had was why. So so the most interesting thing about why they're doing this is we want to understand nature versus nurture, right?
Right.
And they don't answer why. And they talked about, you know, oh, if people don't have their memories, will they be the same? Okay, that was the heart of what Dark City was about. Spoiler alert for Dark City. The reason, the why mattered because the antagonists were dying.
Right.
And they needed to understand the key to humanity and how it worked in order to save their entire species. The stakes were huge for them.
Yeah.
This wasn't just, oh, the government has some money for funding and we'll
money to burn and
you know, like it actually mattered if they found that question out or not. You know, God, it's like all the little things that they try to think are interesting, they don't have anything really to back them up, you know. And again, you know, something that shows how empty this entire project is when they put her in that prison cell. There was no reason to put her in that cell for that one scene, only to show to spend some special effects budget and some production design budget. There's no other reason to do that scene.
It wasn't even that good. It was like very boring.
It wasn't
like,
even that
what
good.
The hell? Like, oh look, I'm on a wall. Like, wow, okay. Why do I care?
And why? Why put her in that wall the one time? She's gonna fight and be more unruly later.
Yeah.
And again, the illogical thing of entire facility on lockdown. Why? Lockdown should be over. You've caught the person. You don't lock down a prison when everything is fine.
Right.
God, and that's the thing I don't get is how like it's just like the internal logic is just illogical.
Yeah.
It's just not making sense on its own terms,
Yeah.
you know, which is hard to do.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. You know, I think I could potentially let some of that stuff go if
Hmm.
anything were working, like
Yep.
characters or you know, dialogue,
Yep.
you know, even the concepts,
Yep.
you know, I feel like, you know, the Matrix had a compelling sci-fi concept. I don't know if the
Hmm.
physics of it work, and that's fine, but
Hmm.
like, you know, the idea is interesting. It has like narrative interest.
Yep.
And I don't see why I care about this. Like, and I agree. I feel like source code is a good touchstone for it because it has a similar
Yep.
sort of structure
And a similar problem with the
and a
internal
similar
logic.
problem. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
I'm trying to decide is and like he went around punching people all the time
Yep.
too. So it's like it's
Yep.
like source code the TV show.
Hmm.
Um
Yeah, that's what Neil saw source code and he saw Lost, and he was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I'll combine the two.
Yeah, yeah.
What if the island was a
Genius.
simulation? What's a
Wow.
simulation? It means to simulate."
It
And the
means
thing that I hate more than probably any other dialogue thing ever in my history of my life is when I'm serious, like the thing
I
that
can't
unnerves
wait.
me most is when a character is explaining something you want to know and someone else cuts them off
Yeah.
to ask a less important interesting question.
Right.
I hate that
Yeah.
because it's just the writer saying, I don't really want to answer the important
Right.
thing. So the person's like
Exactly.
explaining the entire construct of what's happening here, and then someone cuts them off to ask, what does simulate mean?
Right.
And they did that several times where like someone's trying to explain something and somebody cuts them off with a way less interesting line of dialogue.
Yeah. Yeah. So like she gets that whole explanation and then she goes in the room at the end and she's like, "Whoa." And it's like, "Really? Is it that shocking?"
They
Like,
told things. They told you that, and they also told you literally everybody else with you was in the thing too. It's not like
yes.
they said, "Oh, it was just in your mind alone," and now she's
Hell
like, "Oh
no.
shit, I didn't imagine them. They're all really here." Like, and yeah, I just didn't get. And she's seen all the spectacular technology throughout the whole episode. So why
Yeah.
is she that surprised? Also, why? Yeah, the set was weird. Like that,
Oh,
I don't understand the design of this. Like, why would you have the most high tech part of it in the most low rent part of the set, like
yeah, it
in the
looked really
back
bad.
room, and in these like it looked like it was a makeshift like quarantine zone. It
Yeah,
didn't look
yeah.
designed for the actual purpose.
No, no, no. It's like it used to be
Um,
an office building or something
yeah,
and they
and
just like
actually that
converted it.
that should have been the reveal, and maybe that's what they're trying to do, and they did it wrong. No, it can't be that. It seems like almost what they were trying to do was to say, listen, the warden and the scientist are working together in this government program where we take these prisoners and we put them in a virtual reality for XYZ reason. But the warden has secretly created his own offshoot project that's in a hidden part of the facility
Right.
that has these six people or however many chasing these other people, right? Like they're in a separate thing. And
Yeah.
that's the secret, and that's what's interesting, and
Right.
that's the new thing no one understands that we'll have to find out. Like I feel like that's what they wanted to get out of that idea, and that's why it was in the secret area, and it's all
Right.
dark, and like you know what I mean, like that right? You hear what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah,
that seems
yeah.
like that's what
Yeah,
that should
yeah.
have been about.
Yeah, the
He's
warden's
got a
like on rogue.
yeah, he's got a separate island program he's running for his own
Right.
experiment or something.
Yeah.
But like that's not what they did.
Of course not. No.
Yeah, it's like God, it's so fucked
No,
up.
it's like I'm gonna meddle with it, but I'm not gonna really do anything that much. I'm just gonna kind of like
Anywho,
anywho. Oh my god, he loved that.
he
I mean,
loves
he's gonna
saying
say
anywho.
anywho
Like
as soon as I wrote
I've lived
anywho.
in the South. I met a lot of Southern people. Never met a Southern person say anywho. Never in my life. Never in my life. Have you?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm trying to
I've
think.
never heard it
Only as a joke. I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
heard it.
Not as a
legitimately used.
defining character trait.
Yeah. That's literally like his
Yeah.
catchphrase.
Anywho.
Anywho. So bad.
Yeah,
It's so
I'm so
bad.
confused on how any of
Yeah,
this makes sense.
yeah, I think that has to be the real project. And I guess there's supposed to be like a conflict between the warden and the scientists. And one of the scientists is like trying to get metal in it, and the warden is too. And like,
Mhm.
ooh, who cares? I just like, I
Yeah,
don't
it's the
get
who
like,
cares.
why does it even matter?
Well,
Like,
they're trying to say it's important that Chase woke up on her own, which makes no sense. But that's what was missing from this episode is
yeah,
the big question, the thing that we couldn't have guessed from the pilot, from the first or second episode.
yeah,
Like the hey Chase, the fact that you woke up from the simulation means perhaps we're all in a simulation. Like that
yeah,
level of mind fuckery. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like Matrix level of like,
yeah.
wait, the fact that this
It's more like
happened
Inception or
changes
something.
exactly, like changes everything.
Yeah.
Not like it's marginally interesting.
Right. Right.
Like
It's
I'd like
kind
to
of a
know more if you
footnote.
remember. If you remember, I'd like to know more.
Put an
And she's like,
asterisk
I want
there.
my eyes and I want you to be my eyes and ears in there. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes no sense. I don't
She's supposed to
understand.
like because you know what that means. She's gonna go to the island and then she's gonna wake up again, and then and then
Yep.
we're gonna have another scene where that same scientist comes in and Chase gonna have to explain what happened.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they're
Yep.
like, "You're
Yep.
supposed to be disoriented. You're like that's on purpose. Why?"
Yeah. Yeah.
And then okay, glad
Just
they
not
said
enough.
that Brody was a rapist piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine, but we knew that,
Yeah, that
you
was
know.
obvious.
So a raper's got to rape. Cool.
Yeah.
Like I guess they proved that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bravo.
So rape is in people's nature and not their nurture, I guess.
Yeah, it
But
does seem like maybe they're saying that.
but the problem is when you put people in a high stress situation, yeah, you'll see what they do, but it doesn't mean that they would do that in a non-stress situation.
Right. That's
You
true.
know?
And I feel like it's relevant that she keeps remembering shooting her mother,
Yeah.
even though she pretends or says she doesn't remember anything. I don't even know if she's supposed to be lying or it's like she forgets
she's not
that she
supposed to be
remembers.
lying.
Okay.
She doesn't even know.
Okay, it's
she's
like we've
lying.
watched you remember shit about 8 times now. So like,
Yeah.
can you just stop saying like I don't remember
Yeah.
anything? Like, come on.
But like in the
Come
beginning,
on.
literally the previous scene, she's asking the water, and why do I remember this thing? And then one scene later, the lady's like, "You remember anything?" She goes, "No."
No. Yeah, that's bad. Anyway, I'm just going to throw out the possibility that if she's having flashbacks, maybe Brody had flashbacks too. And, you know, her military training came out on the island. And so maybe, like, you know, maybe Brody's nurture came, you know what I mean? Maybe they didn't, like, cover up the nurture as much as they thought they did. Maybe that'll be, like, part of the point going forward. I don't know. I'm just trying.
Yeah. I hear you. That like
You know?
they didn't erase the memory completely enough.
Yeah, so like he didn't remember it, but it was there in the subconscious.
So basically, their program has a bug in it, and it's just a software glitch, and they need an update, and then like that'll be it. They need Windows update on their computer system. Somebody in the IT department keeps clicking "Remind me tomorrow."
I don't want to do this now.
Remind me tomorrow. Yeah. Well,
all right.
I don't need to watch anymore.
Are you done?
I'm done.
I'm kind of done.
I don't. I got it now. There will never be anything interesting that happens. They've proven that point.
They can't really improve it.
They don't have any interest in 3 episodes. They haven't shown one idea I have not seen and something that has been done better.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I feel like, you know, okay, first of all, like it's not even a valid comparison, but because like honestly, like I did not expect the flash forward in Lost to happen, you know, that was a surprise to me. But they actually wrote it in a way where the flash forward was not the whole reveal. Like there was more to it, you know?
Yep.
And I do think they just totally failed to, like, they have some conflicts between the people, but they didn't really present an interesting mystery on top of what they just like destroyed as a mystery.
Yeah.
And so like there is no interest on the level of mystery going forward. Like basically all that we're going to see now is you know, playing around in the simulation and then like coming out and then like conflicts, you know, it's just like Westworld or something. It's like,
Yeah.
who cares?
Because here's the thing,
like,
you know what's going to happen in the next episode. Chase is going to wake up. She's going to tell them they're in a prison. No one's going to believe her.
yeah.
And the conflict will be,
right.
but no, guys, but no. I was
Yeah.
there. There's a warden. And
Look,
whatever.
sit down on this log. And...
yeah. And then the guy was like, what's important is for you to keep fighting and find your way back. Find your way back to what?
Right.
And
yeah,
then he
is
was
that
like,
supposed to be interesting? It's like that fucking maze on Westworld. I'm just annoyed. I feel like it's just a big like you know, maze of bullshit that at the end like it was inside, it was in your head the whole time. Chase, like, oh god, shut up. Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Westworld is better than this, in my opinion.
Listen, Westworld is so much better than
and I really didn't like Westworld so much I stopped watching it.
Yeah, I didn't like it, and it's miles above this.
So much
miles
better.
beyond.
It just puts things into perspective. It's like, okay, you know, like just on a totally basic level, the show fails. Like it does not produce simple scenes of compelling characters interacting or doing things. Like
characters arguing isn't drama. That's not what drama is. Drama is characters having conflict and getting what they want. And none of the characters wanted anything.
Yeah, that's a big
They're
problem.
just artificial constructs in people form.
Yeah.
Arguing, you know. And so much of the dialogue that the warden had was like they just let the actor ad lib. Like, like they gave him a sense of his character and just like, yeah, just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that's why he came up with anywho.
And
then like everyone's like, oh, that's great ad lib. Anywho, look at him, so southern. Well, anywho, we apologize for wasting your time with this. I mean, you know, I don't know what you could have gotten out of this. So I hope it was something, but I just
yeah, the podcast can't be justified much beyond the show itself. But you know, we talked about some of what went wrong, and
I haven't seen a worse show ever.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the worst shows I've seen.
I don't really think I can't think of anything that's worse than this.
Like I watched a show like some called Farscape. Like, have you heard of that
I've
one?
seen Farscape.
Like Australian sort of sci-fi. Like the effects are bad, the costumes are bad. But yeah, it's better than this.
But yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. There's bad things about Farscape, but it's not fundamental problems like this.
Right. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You know, like
they knew how to write a scene. They had characters who wanted things and tried to get them. Conflicts, interesting, like even mysteries and long-term story arcs. Like, there's the thing.
Like, it's weird. I haven't seen a show fail like this where there's just like no concept here. And what's weird is it would be a bad play.
Yeah, it'd be a really play.
It wouldn't even be a good play.
No, not at all. No, it would be a horrible play. It would be torture to sit through. Yeah.
Like we have all this high-tech technology. We can paralyze you at will, but you act like an animal, I'm gonna put you on a dog chain.
Right.
Huh?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. That was so bad.
Jeez.
We could paralyze you, or we could put you in a room where we make you like stick to a wall. That's our other way of like torturing you.
I love that she took the pills and they did nothing.
It didn't matter. It was
And I love that she's been kicking everybody's ass the entire episode, and they put one guard with her in the back of the truck, and she wasn't restrained.
Yeah, it's stupid.
And
I
then
mean, I guess that was the plan, but that's a dumb plan.
But the plan didn't actually mean anything. You
Yeah.
know, it'd be different if they were like, we want to see if you could find your way back here or something. But there was no result of their supposed plan.
It was just
bad writing. It was just bad writing. Oh, we'll have the warden show up and it'll make it seem like he's one step ahead of her.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, but it's really just wasting time. Like,
yeah.
Seriously, that episode could have been about like 5 minutes, and it would have conveyed the same amount of information and dramatic interest. Because they wasted so much time in that episode. It's ridiculous. All those scenes, like walking through those rooms with barrels and shit. All the sets in the prison area, which I guess like wasn't even where this thing happens. Like why? Whatever.
Yeah, why is that way far from the prison? And
it's weird that like the high tech thing is in this like low rent warehouse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It didn't make sense. Yeah,
it's like they're doing X-Files, but it's like they didn't tell us even that it's secret or like the public can't know about this. Like, is there a threat that they could be exposed or something?
Yeah.
Like, is there anything? You know, like it was so like. I don't know. There was nothing about the outside world that made it seem interesting. I like what is who can't like why do I care? Why do I just want to watch them like fuck around in a fake world and then like, you know, at some point like the warden and this like doctor will like have some conflict over like what they want the program to do.
Yeah, I do. This does make me want to go back and watch Your Friends and Neighbors, which is pretty much the only Neil LaBute movie I've seen, and the one I liked at the time.
Yeah, I like that
one too. I just
was I wrong? Was I horrible?
I feel like I'm gonna be wrong. I feel like there's no way this guy wrote something good.
Yeah,
like
hard to believe.
It's really hard to believe that was good.
That he would regress that much. Like,
yeah.
And it's like, I would love to blame it on any number of other things, but it's like his name's on the fucking credit. Like when he wrote the episode, he wrote the first like 5 episodes or something. It's like, yeah.
Well, and that's an interesting question is if there's episodes he didn't write, I wonder how those play out.
Are they better? Yeah. There are some, like the last 3 or so are not him, it's somebody else. So
gotcha.
Does that make them better? Maybe.
Yeah, that's the only like morbid curiosity I have left is like comparing an episode he didn't write and to see how that would play out.
Yeah.
But otherwise, man, this is just so terrible. Weird. I'm really confused.
Yeah.
And this actually to me like is an example of why, I mean, the world is how it is, but this is an example of why I like something like Netflix, you know, where the stakes are lower and they need as much content as they can possibly get versus like back in the day when there was just networking cable and like a show actually had to be really good to pass the standards.
Yeah.
You know, like this show wouldn't be on HBO, it wouldn't be on Animation Cable, it wouldn't be on the networks.
No.
Like even if the pilot got greenlit and shot and aired, the viewership would have been so low it would have canceled in one episode. But because of this Netflix model of like, well, we'll make the whole thing and release the whole season at once, right? And also they don't release their viewership numbers publicly, so you know it's this weird thing where like. Now we have this thing that'll live here forever. It's man, so bad. All right, everybody. Well, we apologize, and
indeed. What a
erase this from your mind if you can.
Try.
Yeah.
Do you remember that show? No,
I don't. No, I don't. Next scene. Do you remember that show? Yeah. That's all I can remember. Well, we'll be back with a podcast of a show we actually like.
Yay!
At some point. Wait. Yeah, it'll be good. I can't wait to talk about good stuff again.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Remember how bad we thought Lost Season 5 was?
Season 5? Oh my God.
And now it's like genius. It's
Holy shit.
genius.
Nah, it's so much better than this. Even
Yeah.
even the worst plots.
Even the
like,
worst parts are
oh my
way better.
God. I'm trying hard. Like, man, yeah, they fucked up. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. It's like Netflix is disposable. You just put anything up. Fuck it. Fuck
Who
it. No one
cares?
watches it. Who cares?
Who
Bring
cares?
on the next one. What else you got?
Yeah.
Like more shit. Just throw it on there. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Someone will click on it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And what's interesting is like I actually want to see the show I thought this was going to be. I
Right.
want to see the boring middle of the road,
Yeah.
like island based action drama.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I that's the thing I was hoping to see. I didn't think I'd like
they
it, but I
failed to
thought
do
they
that show.
didn't even do that.
No.
You know?
No, I think that would have been better. It could have been bad, but on a more like basically satisfying level.
Yeah.
Where like it could have at least had like a standard sense of narrative, like driving forward, character interaction, stuff like that. Stuff that's like just supposed to be there no matter what show it is.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I was going to say about source code is the stakes of source code. The reason for the simulation had a reason because they were trying to stop a terrorist attack. So it actually made sense for the character to go into that world.
Yeah,
because I was thinking that's the thing that's missing here is like
there's
no reason to really send her back. There's no
Yeah.
one of them. One of these 6 people is a murderer, and or like you remember the Cell. The Jennifer Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Where like they go into the killer's mind because in the real world there's someone's life at stake and there's a ticking time bomb. There's a clock counting down, right? So there's an urgency, and that's why I feel like this should have been. Where listen, Chase, the fact that you woke up by yourself means you're the perfect person to be the mole in this thing, and you need to find out which of these people is the mass murderer that's got a nuclear bomb hidden somewhere in the world, whatever, like you've got to go. That's why we're sending you back, not like just cause you're in prison.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're gonna vote on it. Okay, we voted to send you back.
Also, I didn't like the fact that there was 4 scientists because, like, what if there's a tie?
Oh God.
That's
a good point.
I was like, maybe the warden breaks the tie. I don't know, but I thought, like, why is there 4?
Yeah, you're right. That's a bad plan.
Yeah, and they were all like weirdly contentious with each other for no reason.
Yeah.
She's like, it's valid. Why is it valid? Because no one's ever agreed with me before. Let me have this.
I want this.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
You guys suck.
Yeah, they were bad. All the characters are bad.
Everybody was bad.
What a fucking nightmare of a show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right, we did it.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see you next time for whatever the next show we do is. Hopefully it's a better one. It must be, right?
It will literally have to be by all odds.
So hey, rock bottom. Here we are.
Yeah, rock bottom. We've reached it. The
Congratulations.
worst television show ever. Thanks and namaste.
Namaste and bye.